Hey there, weavers. Grace with Tangled Webs Weaving. And today I wanted to demonstrate Italian hem stitching. Now, I have demonstrated hem stitching before, but that is single hem stitching. And this is Italian hem stitching, also known as double hem stitching. It provides a more secure edge along your weaving. And it's handy if you're doing something that you're going to leave a short fringe on, but is also going to be utilized a lot, laundered and whatnot, because it provides 2 points of securing your warp. So let's start. You can see that I have woven up to the end of my piece, and I have woven 3 picks of plain weave. I'm going to enclose 2 picks, the last 2 picks of the plain weave, into my hem stitching. Now I've measured off, I normally like to measure off 6 widths of weft, but I have 5 because I was playing yarn chicken, and this is what I have left. So the first thing we're going to do this in bouts of 3, except for the 2 outside ones, which have 5 threads in them, including the floating selvage, and I want to enclose those 5 threads. So I'm going to come under the threads that I'm going to include in the bout and come out the number of threads in that I want to enclose. And that's going to be at the fell line. Now I'm going to come back around and come up in this same section, but up 2 weft threads. Okay, that's your normal hem stitching. Normally I would come back down like this, but with the Italian hem stitching, I'm going to add in a wrap up here. So I'm going to come back around where I started, up the 2, and in the 2. And I need to get right there. Okay, now I'm going to come down to the fell line again. I'm going to come under the 3 threads. I'm going to come back in where I started, in 3, up 2, and then in 3, up 2, and across. Now I'm also going to include the loop. Let's do that again. At the fell line, under 3, and I need to get this knot out of here. Back where I started, over 3, up 2, creates that loop, and then I'm going to come straight over, back down where I started, over 3, and out where I just ended, and I'm going to include the loop. So I want my thread to come out inside this loop. So let's do that again. Under 3, up 2, over 2, include the loop. Under 3, up to over 3, include the loop. So we'll do a few of these, and then you can look and see how nicely that looks. You want to tug these fairly tight. It's what's going to be holding your fringe in place after your item is off the loom. Oops, I missed my loop. There we go. You'll be able to see the kind of the laciness here when I do it in the white section, or the light colored section. Now, when you come up, you don't want to go through this loop, okay? That loop needs to be free to wrap around these bottom threads. You only want to go through the loop on this top one. So you pull it to the side. I missed my loop. All right, so on this one, I caught an extra thread in there when I came up. So I'm just going to take it back down and come back up and only capture the 3. There we go. And sometimes it helps to kind of pull that aside like that when you're going up so that you can see. With the 3-2 cotton, it's easier to see than if you're using a very fine thread. But it still can be a challenge sometimes to see it, especially if you're doing a dark thread. Like when we get to the black here, it is a little more challenging to see. Okay, so you can see here the patterning, kind of the laciness that it gives. You can also see that I've got 2 loops securing my warp, and that is going to provide a little more support for these placemats when I have a fringe that will be about 1.5 inches long on either end. So when they get laundered, they're going to have less of a tendency to escape and pull out. So I'm just going to continue on. This doesn't take very long once you get in kind of a rhythm. And then we will take these off the loom and cut them apart and wet finish them and see how they turned out. Well, here is the final product after it has been cut off the loom, wet finished, and cut apart from its neighbors. This is the table runner, and you can see that the Italian hem stitching really does provide a nice detail, and it provides a lot of security for this fringe. Now on the placemats, the fringe is a little bit shorter, so I definitely am glad that I did the Italian hem stitching on that. This would probably have been fine with a regular hem stitch, a single hem stitch, but this just gives a really nice look to it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment, as it helps those algorithms. Thanks for watching and happy weaving.